Let's start with fundamental of the Linux. The kernel, that's the code. The shell, that's how you talk to it. Users and group. One giant tree of files, and the last is IO, where everything is just a byte. And these five simple ideas quietly run every Linux system on earth. Learn these and the whole machine stops feeling like magic. So let's break it down and start learning the fundamental of Linux. First, the word everyone gets wrong, operating system. Broadly, it's the whole package, shell, desktop, editors, but at the heart sits one ruthless little core program, and that's kernel. So what's the kernel? Well, it lives at slash boot slash VM Linux. The Z meaning compressed. While your program sleep, it schedules the CPU, rations memory, and guards every device. Well, think of it as a conductor. Process scheduling memory, file system, creating process, talking to device, network, and system calls. The only doorway your program are ever allowed to knock on. And there's a wall enforced by the CPU itself. There are two modes, user mode, limited, sandboxed. Kernel mode, total power. That hardware fence is why one crashing app can't take the whole system down with it. So the kernel hands every process a beautiful illusion, and that is its own private computer. A process does X really mean a process asks the kernel to do X. The kernel quietly handles everything. Now think of it. How do we actually talk to this machine? And that's through a shell. A program that reads your commands and runs them. It's not a part of the kernel, it's just another ordinary user process. And that's how we talk to it. And the shell has a lineage. As such, the Bone shell gave us pipe and scripts. CSH added history. KSH refined it, and Bash, born again, become the default on Linux. Well, you can run the shell in two ways. First, interactively, one command at a time, or the second as a script, a text file that runs the shell into a tiny programming language with loops, variables, and conditions. So, who are you to the system? It's just a number. A username maps to a UID recorded in slash etc slash password. Your ID, your home, your shell, and your real secrets hide in slash etc slash shadow. Users join groups to share files, and above everyone sits one account, that's root, whose UID is 0. The superpower, who bypass every permission check. With great power comes great responsibility, you know that. So, where does everything live? Not in separate drives like C and D. In Linux, there's one single tree growing from one root slash. Every disk you add just hangs off the branch. In Linux, a directory is just a table mapping names to files. Each name is a link, and one file can wear many names at once. And every folder secretly holds two dot and dot dot. A symbolic link is different. It's a signpost, a tiny file holding the path to another file. The kernel follows it automatically. But if the target vanishes, you're left with a dangling link to nowhere. To reach a file, you give a path. Absolute path starts from the root. Relative path starts from wherever you are standing. Your current directory, and dot dot means a step back. And you should know that every file is guarded. Three classes, owner, group, and other, each with three powers, read, write, and execute. So 9 little bits decide exactly who is allowed to touch what and do what with the file. And here's the most elegant idea in all of Linux. A file is just a stream of bytes, and the very same calls open, read, write, close work on absolutely every single thing in the Linux. Everything is filed. Open a file and you get a file descriptor, a tiny number. Every program starts with 3. 0 standard input, 1 standard output, 2 standard error. Files, device, pipes, all the same. On top of it all, the stdio library adds comfort. Printf, ffn, buffering, and that's the whole machine. Kernel, shell, user, and files, and IO. 5 ideas, one system, and now you can see it. That's the fundamental of Linux. And for more videos on Linux, subscribe to BareMetal.